It's a revelation, really. What if being wrong isn't something to fear at all, but something to celebrate? You see, every moment when you realise you've been wrong, it's like opening a door to new possibilities. It's the moment your mind begins to stretch, expand and take in more. Just like a child learning to walk. Each fall is a lesson, not a failure. It's progress, it's growth, and it's empowering. You could say in every mistake, there's an opportunity to get stronger, more adaptable and more skilled. Isn't that amazing? Now notice how when you think about the past, you might have once felt guilt, regret, or you wasted your time. But now you see how all those moments, each wrong turn, each mistake wasn't wasted at all. They were necessary to get to this moment, right here, right now. It's like you're unlocking a part of yourself that was just waiting for this realization. And the more you make mistakes, the more you grow, the more you learn, and the more mastery you gain. And doesn't that feel exciting? To know that every mistake just brings you closer to your true potential. Imagine for a moment you've been walking through life with a heavy backpack filled with the old rules and limiting beliefs. Each belief has weighed you down in a different way. And some of them, they may have kept you from expressing your full self. What if you could just release that weight? What if as you exhale, you could let go of all those beliefs that no longer serve you? It's fascinating, isn't it? The moment you let go, you open up to infinite possibilities. You're not bound by the rules you've placed on yourself. What if all those rules, those invisible chains, could dissolve just like a deep breath? Every rule, every belief that held you back was just a reflection of the past, not the future. And now, by releasing them, you make space for new options, new choices. Doesn't that feel liberating? The more you release, the more you open yourself up to the endless choices that you have at any given moment. The moment you stop holding on to the past, you begin living in the present, don't you? It's incredible how much energy goes into trying to control everything around you. But imagine just for a second, what would happen if you could stop controlling so much? What if you could embrace life's flow, instead of trying to make everything bend to your will? Because each time you try to control yourself, to suppress your emotions, to stay in control, what happens? You find yourself disconnecting from reality, don't you? You daydream, you shut down, you retreat. But now, right in this moment, you can choose differently. What if, instead of controlling everything, you gave yourself permission to feel, to express, and simply be in the world as it is? Can you feel how freeing that is? Each time you allow yourself to release control, you're returning to your truth, to your authentic self. You don't need to keep those walls up anymore. The more you let go, the more you reconnect with your feelings, your voice, and the true power that lies within. And doesn't it feel incredible to know you don't have to control everything anymore? You know how when you try to express yourself honestly, you sometimes get the fear of being rejected or laughed at. What if you realized that the fear of rejection actually holds you back from the powerful connection you truly want? What if speaking your truth isn't about getting others to accept you, but about owning your voice, owning your presence, and sharing your authenticity? What happens when you stop worrying about how others will react, and instead just speak from your heart? It's amazing, isn't it? The more you speak your truth, the more you release the fear, and the more authenticity shines through. People will no longer remember the exact words you said, but they'll feel your energy. They'll feel the truth behind your words. And isn't that what really connects us? As you speak your truth with confidence, you become magnetic. You don't need the approval or validation of others. The moment you let go of that need, you become more connected to your own power. And doesn't that feel like freedom? Freedom to just be who you truly are, No apologies. No fear. No holding back. Imagine walking into a room, not seeking anyone's approval, not needing any praise, just being yourself. How much power do you think that would give you? The more you stop seeking approval from others, the more your energy becomes pure, authentic, and undeniable. Think about it. When you stop chasing praise, you stop giving away your power. You know how it feels when you're constantly trying to prove yourself, trying to get others to like you, trying to gain their validation. It's exhausting, isn't it? But now, in this moment, you can release that endless chase. You can stand tall in your own value, without needing anyone else to tell you how valuable you are, because your true power comes from within. What if, right now, you made the decision to stop seeking validation and start validating yourself? What if, instead of looking outside for approval, you just turned inward and said, I'm enough as I am? Can you feel how powerful that is? The moment you stop seeking validation, you free yourself to be your authentic self. Because you've been through a lot, and sometimes that made you want to hide or shut down, to retreat into your safe place. But imagine just for a moment, your vulnerability is your greatest strength. What if embracing that vulnerability, instead of suppressing it, allowed you to connect more deeply with yourself and others? When you allow yourself to feel vulnerable, you're actually giving yourself the freedom to grow. It's like a plant breaking through soil. Vulnerable, yet strong enough to reach the sun. What if you could see your vulnerabilities not as weaknesses, but as the starting point for your next breakthrough? It's okay to feel unsure sometimes. It's okay to feel lost, scared, or even weak. Because in those moments you're learning, you're growing, and you're moving closer to who you really are. Embracing your vulnerability means letting go of the illusion of control, and instead trusting that every feeling, every emotion is guiding you towards greater wisdom and strength. Can you feel the power in that? The more you embrace vulnerability, the more you become authentically powerful. Notice how when you rush, when you try to think faster, your mind starts to race. You overthink, you second guess yourself, and everything becomes harder than it needs to be. But imagine just for a moment, slowing down could be the key to unlocking your true potential. What if, instead of rushing, you paused, took a deep breath, and let the answers come to you? The more you slow down, the more you allow your mind to unwind and find clarity. It's not about thinking faster, it's about thinking smarter. And as you slow down, you'll notice you can process information faster, make decisions quicker, and feel more at ease in your own skin. Isn't that fascinating? The more you slow down, the more connected you become. The more in tune with your inner wisdom. And with that connection, your ability to thrive and succeed naturally follows. Isn't that empowering?